Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about being a lady. And so you think you're a lady? Let's go over some things. I didn't say a woman. I said, are you a lady? There's a difference. That's why a man, the transgender thing that's going around these days, that's why a man cannot be a lady. He can pretend to be a woman by imitating what he thinks a woman is, but he can never be a lady. And why? A lot of women are not ladies. And a lot of women that's born a woman is not a lady. So if a woman can't be a lady, so how can a man be a lady? A man really can't be a woman, but that's the thing these days. They pretending to be. Okay, let's go over some of the qualities of a lady. Femininity is a quality given to us by God. He fills us up with this quality where we are so full of it that it flows out and other people can see it. And they can see it by the way a lady loves. A lady loves genuinely. A lady doesn't love with um, with possessionness and jealousy and evilness. She has a pure love. And by the way, they dress. They dress appropriately. They don't walk around with tight things that you can see every bump and crevice in their body. They don't um, wear revealing clothes, trashy clothes. They dress with class. And by the way they talk, they don't just let anything pour out of their mouth, any old vulgar, disrespectful thing flow out of their mouth. They speak appropriately and they speak at the appropriate time. Um, by the way, a lady carries herself in a respectful way. She she's together and she's poised and she's proper. And by the way we nurture, do you know that there's a different um all women have a built-in ability to nurture, but they don't always show it. They don't always show it. That's why um, they abuse their children. They abuse their husbands. They abuse everyone they come in contact with. So if you have a loving, kind, nurturing spirit in you, you're not gonna intentionally hurt someone. You are not going to slap them around. You're not gonna criticize them. You're not going to break their spirit. You're not going to do that. And that's why that's a lot of things that turn men off about the woman of today. They act more like a man than they do a woman. They're they are two-headed monsters. One they have a man attitude and a woman attitude, and it switches back and forth. You never know what you're going to get, and that's not attractive. That's not a turn on. And our lady is gentle. I didn't say she's weak. I said she's gentle. She she doesn't act like a bull in a china shop. Just going through and destroying everything that she comes in contact with. And I know women these days think that is a quality, acting that way, but trust me, it's not. It's not. Seeing an out of control, loud woman, there's nothing attractive about that. A lady would not lower her standards. Um, a lady gives her best and accept only the best. Now, what is that saying? That's saying that she is the best in everything she puts her hand to. She always give her best. She don't half step. She gives her best, and she accept only the best. When you step to a lady, you got to be on your game, because she's not gonna accept no mess. You have to come correct, and you got to be the best that you can be. And it's only fair, and it's only right. Why why uh would you pour out everything you have in a relationship or with someone, and they only give you something? They just throw you any old thing. No. A lady cares for her husband, her children, her home, and herself. I mean, she take pride in her home, and she take care of it, and she take care of her husband. She makes sure her husband have what he needs in order for him to fulfill his purpose. And her children, she teaches her children. She teaches her children to be respectful, to be productive citizens, and she teaches her children to take pride in their home life, and and respect their father, and respect elders, and just be respectful people. They don't let the children run around like little wild animals, tearing up everything, breaking everything, talking anyway, rude, no manners. No, a real lady wouldn't put up with that. Now, like I said before, a lady, she expect the best. She expect the best from her husband, and she becomes his greatest support and cheerleader. Because in order for her husband to be the best that he can be, then he needs somebody to support him and speak with him, and and make sure he have all the things. Make sure all his focus is on him being his best. He shouldn't be so involved with trivial things. Now that's the lady take care of those trivial things so her husband can focus on what he has to focus on in order for him to provide for the family. Now, if he get up and go to work every day, and then he's got to come home and cook and help the kids with their homework. And where's he gonna find time? Where is he gonna find the time to do extra study and extra preparation? Because depending on his job, if he have an office job, sometimes he has to bring some work home. And how can he fulfill that? And if he's taking classes at night, how can he keep up with his schoolwork if he got to come home, if he got to do his job, then come home and do the wife's job? Now there are women that live that way, and there are men that have to do that. But our lady, a real lady, would never let that happen. And she would never criticize her husband. She would never make him feel less than. But excuse my phone for ringing, everyone. But this is real life, and stuff happens. Okay. 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 It's well. Okay. I'm sorry about that. It finally stopped ringing. Sorry about that. What else were we talking about? That threw me off. I'm so sorry. A lady does not bring shame to her family by her behavior. She does not go out here in the community and do all kind of crazy and wild things and bring shame on the family. She just don't do that. She want her husband to be respected in the community and among his family and friends. So she behaves. She know how to behave. I didn't say she was a robot. She has a life. She has a mind of her own, and she can do things, but she does them in an appropriate manner. A lady honors and respects her husband. We already went over that. I'm sorry. She honors and respects her husband by submitting to his vision. Every husband should have a vision. And the lady, she doesn't compete with her husband. She doesn't compete with her husband's vision. She supports her husband's vision, and she helps him bring those ideas and plans that he has for the family. She helped him those things materialize. I didn't say she take over and make them materialize. She supports her husband and strengthens her husband and encourage her husband to make those things happen. You have to know your role in a marriage, and it's not to be the head. It is to be the helper. And a lady, not a woman, we're not talking about a woman, we're talking about a lady. A lady appeal to men, and the way in her quietness, in her gentleness, those things are sexy to a man. You don't have to have all this thick makeup piled on your face. You don't have to have these long lashes. You don't have to have all this hair hanging down to your knees and fingernails 5 inches long. Those things are not sexy. That's trashy. Sorry if I offended you, but that's trashy. Be yourself. Be your authentic self. Those things are appealing and attractive and sexy to a man. Not taking off your clothes. And a lady, she's always open to learning. So she's always reading her word, reading her Bible, praying, and protecting, and her children, teaching her children. Well, the husband is the spiritual leader of the family. He's supposed to teach the spiritual thing, but a woman makes sure her kids understand. A lady, I keep saying a woman, a lady makes sure her children are obedient and they follow the instructions of the husband, and they follow the rules of the home. You don't have to beat your kids. You don't have to criticize them, slap them around, put them down in order to train them. If you start young with your children, start young, even when they're not even sure if they understand what you're saying. Start young with your children and teach them, nurture them, guide them, and make sure that they are falling in line with the plan and the goal and the vision of the family. I mean, not to say they may not grow up one day and rebel, but they may. But we're talking about the qualities of a lady. That is my take on the what a lady is. A lot of people may not agree with that, but it holds true. It holds true. And if you look back over the ages, over the centuries, and you look at the qualities of a lady, you will see what I said has always been around. We just lost it. We just lost our ways. And we're just, women today is just out of control. Not all of them. Not all of them, but the majority of women, they're just out of control. They violent. They loud. They manly. They unteachable. They're trashy. What can you say? That's not a lady. And that's why a lot of men are turned off these days. That's why a lot of men go to other countries and get women. Because women in other countries, they were raised differently than the American woman. What can I say? The modern woman. So, that's all I have for you. On my next videos, we're going to talk about what is a real man. So, until then, I would like for you to subscribe to my videos. Like my videos. Give me a thumbs up. Come on now. And share it. And hit that little notification bell so you know when I drop another video. Okay? So until next time, be blessed.